What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in, especially for the people that tuned in yesterday for the live video. Didn't put out any video yesterday, but did put out a live today. It'll be not only one video drop, but it'll be two. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Drop 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern time every day. I try to make it every day, to do that. Definitely, please make sure y'all go check out my clothing brand, www.inksworldwide.com, in the description box down below. Let's get in the video.
Fox News alert, guilty, guilty, guilty was the verdict handed down by a jury of Hunter Biden's peers. For the first time in his life, Hunter faced the music. 2 counts of lying on a gun form, 1 count of possession of a firearm by a drug user. Hunter Biden appeared wide-eyed and motionless as he became the first child of a sitting president to be convicted of a crime. 3 felonies. Hunter now facing a maximum of 25 years in prison, but the sentencing guidelines suggest just a couple, although the judge could deviate and do whatever she wants. Sentencing will probably occur before September 5th, when Hunter goes on trial in LA for tax evasion. That means Hunter could be sentenced to prison just days before the second presidential debate. He'll obviously appeal. Here's special counsel David Weiss after today's verdict.
Hunter Biden was convicted of 2 counts of lying on a form submitted to a federal firearms dealer about his addiction or use of crack cocaine, and possessing a firearm while a user or addict. No one in this country is above the law. Everyone must be accountable for their actions, even this defendant. However, Hunter Biden should be no more accountable than any other citizen convicted of this same conduct.
That's the same Biden prosecutor who tried to hand Hunter probation and lifetime immunity for the guns and the tax felonies. So we're wondering where this newfound concept of accountability came from. Here's what one juror had to say after the verdict. Watch.
Biden was on trial, and he was just like anybody else. Nobody was above the law, no matter who you are. Politics played no part in this whatsoever.
The jury followed the law, the judge ran a tight trial, and justice was served. But just because one Democrat was convicted doesn't mean the American legal system isn't being abused. The feds are still throwing dozens of Republicans in prison on trumped-up charges and trying to incarcerate the Republican nominee for a crime they cooked up with black magic to hocus pocus an election.
All I gotta say, y'all, is have that positive. Be positive about it. I know I see a lot of comments of people saying, "Oh, you being a Democrat, nothing is going to be." I understand why people are saying that, because just for the simple fact, the stuff that's happening, I can completely understand. But just being positive about the situation, like I always say to everybody, and not everybody, believe in God. I do, but God is in control. And we obviously what Hunter is doing. You see what Joe is doing. You see what, a lot of people is doing, being on the Democrat side, just like, I say the Republican side, but with that being said, it's people don't understand that the stuff that they're doing, especially towards Trump, stuff that's going to Trump. And I'm not saying anybody is a saint. We all make mistakes. We all do this. We all do that. But at the same time, I just look at the fact that nothing is being done. Nothing is being done like it needs to be. And all we can do, is be positive and let God handle that. We see, what's going on with Hunter Biden. We don't know what's going to happen next. Anything can happen. But, people just got to stay positive about the whole situation. And I'm telling y'all, stuff is going to start to give. I'm telling you.
Hunter's judge didn't donate to a group called Stop Democrats either. The media celebrated the Trump verdict like a July 4th barbecue, but treated Hunter's like a funeral.
This trial inside the courtroom, like virtually every criminal trial, was a personal story, a personal tragedy, a family tragedy.
Every presidential family is part of the American family. That's the way it works. This is a tragedy for the Biden family. That family drama played out in a courtroom in ways we have never seen before. It doesn't make it any less painful for the nation or for the family. But the verdict is now real, and the consequences will apply.
this public life of this family, which began a half-century ago, after all, with the car accident that killed his late wife and his daughter, injured his 2 sons. You now fast forward all the way to today, and this really dramatic and ultimately painful process continues.
Hunter's everything the media claims to despise. A white privileged, sexist, spoiled brat who barks, "Don't you know who my daddy is?" But
and that's what I don't get either, too. Like, I don't get the whole simple fact, and I'm gonna let the video play, y'all, but I just don't get how people, and for the people that's saying that I be talking, this is literally like what I do. Like, I've been doing it for years. Like, this is, I pause the video and I talk. But a lot of times, you know, in this case, I let the video play, you know. But anyways, like I was saying, what I don't get is the whole simple fact of, if you're a criminal and you're doing like criminal things, like, and stuff is true, the facts is there, stuff is there, like, it's there, you know, it's literally evidence, it's stuff that people is, you know, you gotta take that. Don't sit there and try to defend BS. You sitting there, oh yeah, they're and it's crazy because people are saying the same thing, you know, when it comes to Trump. Like, we'll say, you know, like, oh yeah, I just don't get how this, you know. And then when it's on the other side, you know, when we sitting there and we talking about this and we trying to, you know, do whatever we can, you know, supporting Trump, doing this, you know, and saying, you know, giving our opinions and giving the facts out about Trump, you sit there and they see how that feels. And then what I don't get, and what bothers me so much out of this whole thing is the simple fact that, let me put this mic down. Mike. What I don't get is the simple fact of, you have Trump. You know, you have Trump. And people will sit there and, you know, we obviously, I done been over plenty of videos, you know, and we say this, we say that, of course. But then you have Biden. You got Hunter Biden. And dude, literally, and I mean literally, you have people that's on the news, you have people making articles, people saying this, people saying that, and saying, oh yeah, this is from a long time ago, this is from this is from that, and literally sitting there trying to justify the fact that this man is the most precious, amazing man that, you know. And it bothers me. It bothers me a lot, because it's like, dang, like, y'all done did all of this to Trump, but now, you know, it's stuff getting the cracking on Hunter Biden. And now everybody want to sit there like that. I'm telling y'all, it literally showed me, you know, not only who I'm going to vote for, but it showed me just a real, you know, that's going on, and it, you know, with me being, you know, conservative, you know, I just hate the simple fact that it's so much corruption that's going on, you know, in the United States. It's so much stuff, you know, when you have somebody, literally the president's son, that literally, and people will say all the time, like, I didn't heard it yesterday from somebody, this isn't the president, this is the president's son doing this. This is the, you know, that shit matter. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that right there shouldn't matter. You know, you the president's son, all this stuff. I done heard about a laptop. I don't know what's going on, you know, with that whole situation. And people told me don't look it up. You know, it's pretty bad. But you have all this stuff going on. You have him doing this, doing that, and then we supposedly, I didn't even know nothing. I mean, well, I didn't know about it. You know, we covered it. But the whole thing with the drugs, you know, in the White House, that was the first time. Like, when I seen that, it stunned me, because it's like, dang, they really wilding. Like, it's 2023, 2024, and we dealing with stuff like this. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I'm sorry for yapping all that, you know, but I'm just saying, you know, like, I get so irritated, you know, with all this stuff.
Democrats to the media circles the wagons. The media has more sympathy for a crack addict who dumped a gun by a school than for a president who just wants to make America great again. Moments ago, Hunter and Joe were seen hugging on the tarmac in Delaware, where they'll be spending the night together. I'm sure this Father's Day weekend is going to be a little awkward, Biden wished he could have been there sooner, but in an act of poetic injustice, he had to attend a gun control event just hours before the verdict.
There's never been a time that says you can own anything you want. Never. You couldn't own a cannon during the Civil War. No, I'm serious. Think about it. How much have you heard this phrase? The blood of liberty. Wash it, though. Give me a break. If they want to think to take on government if we get out of line, which they're talking again about, well, guess what? They need F-15s. They don't need a rifle. I mean, it's from the bottom of my heart. That's what No.
Biden's son was so cocked, loaded, and high, he's lucky no one died. But he wants to restrict the Second Amendment for sober, law-abiding Americans. And by the way, our government had F-15s in Afghanistan, and the Taliban won with rifles. We're not looking to overthrow Joe, just to throw him out. After a jury found Hunter guilty of gun felonies, Joe Biden said he is proud of him. Quote, "Jill and I love our son, and we are so proud of the man he is today." There's no contrition at all by the Biden family. Hunter didn't show any remorse. He was smiling afterwards. His father's not ashamed, wouldn't even gently condemn his son's actions. Hunter's committed more crimes than we can count, and all Biden says is he's proud. The reason Hunter's broken the law for 30 years and not paid the piper is because of his dad. If every time I screwed up and my dad's response was, "I'm proud, son, I love you," I'd keep screwing up. Bailing somebody out over and over again doesn't mean you love them. Hunter was kicked out of the Navy for cocaine on an administrative discharge instead of a dishonorable one because his dad greased the brass. Hunter got caught with cocaine at the Jersey Shore way back in the 80s, and the senator's son had his record expunged. When he left his crack pipe in a rental car, police investigated and dropped the charges. When he put 20 grand on his dad's Amex for Russian escorts, the Secret Service cleaned it up. When he lost his laptop, the FBI and CIA covered it up. When he owed millions in back taxes, his sugar brother footed the bill. When he needed money for alimony and child support, Daddy's donors bought his dopey art. His dad's own Justice Department tried to make the gun and tax case go away a year ago today. What makes you think Daddy won't save him again?
Will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
Biden never used the word commute. Commuting a sentence means you just spring him out of prison. The charge is still on their record. Biden's going to have to save his son to save his own hide. Remember the taxes and the gun? Only a fraction of the crimes Hunter and Joe Biden would be guilty of if prosecutors were allowed to follow the facts. Whistleblowers have testified that investigators were blocked at every turn from following leads that led to Joe. The CIA and FBI and the Treasury departments are all in on the cover-up. A strong case could be made for Trump prosecutors to investigate money laundering, racketeering, bribery, foreign lobbying conspiracies. Donald Trump calls the gun case a distraction. Quote, "The trial has been nothing more than a distraction from the real crimes of the Biden crime family, which has raked in tens of millions of dollars from China, Russia, and Ukraine. Crooked Joe Biden's reign over the Biden family criminal empire is all coming to an end on November 5th. And never again will a Biden sell government access for personal profit." Hunter Biden may have faced music today, but the verdict on Joe Biden will come November 5th.
Hey, Sean Hannity.
And that's just being real. And one thing about it, when Trump become president, I'm telling y'all, people are going to see a lot. Like, they think, one thing about it, I'm in the video while saying this. One thing about it, people think, well, I'm going to say the people that don't support Trump, the people that don't like Trump, the people that hate Trump, the people that is literally against Trump, not only are they going to be mad, you know, about the whole reason, you know, when it comes that time of him being president, people are going to be mad what happens next, you know, and they shouldn't, although they shouldn't be, you know, although they shouldn't be, because, you know, one thing about it, and I'm not saying that, you know, it's a bad thing, but one thing about it is a simple fact of a lot is going to change. I see it. A lot of stuff is going to change. You know, the corruption coming from, you know, you have so many in it. Maybe it's because, you know, maybe I just started, you know, doing this a year ago or what, but there's a lot of judges that is, you know, that's corrupt. It's a lot of judges that's corrupt. It's a lot of people, you know, we covered Letitia, we covered Fanny, we covered so many people. And although we see it, you know, this is stuff to, you know, slow them down. And, you know, I said it many a times, but I'm telling y'all, a lot of these people, I'm telling you, it's going to be great. People just got to be positive, let God control it, and everything is going to work out smoothly, you know. And that's what it is. Definitely make sure you hit the like with that subscribe button. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.